There's a stretch of coastline in the Pacific Northwest so treacherous it's called the Graveyard of the Pacific. Its storms and reefs have claimed thousands of ships, but one tragedy is so uniquely horrifying that it has never truly ended. For 36 hours, its passengers were trapped in a nightmare, close enough to see the land that promised salvation. Rescuers on the shore could see their faces and hear their screams, but were powerless to help. This is the true story of the SS Valencia, a disaster that left behind a ghost ship and terrifying legends. The SS Valencia, an aging iron-hulled steamer built in 1882, was ill-suited for the brutal winters of the Pacific Northwest. In January 1906, she left San Francisco for Seattle. But as she steamed north, a storm and a thick fog descended. Forced to navigate by guesswork, strong currents pushed the Valencia miles off course. Just before midnight on January 22nd, believing they were heading for safety, the crew sailed the ship directly into a reef off Vancouver Island, tearing a massive hole in her hull. The chaos was immediate. The ship was caught on the rocks less than 100 yards from shore, but the violent surf made escape impossible. In the darkness and panic, lifeboats were launched against orders. 6 of the ship's 7 lifeboats were smashed against Valencia's side, or instantly capsized by the monstrous waves. As dawn broke, rescue ships arrived, but the storm was too violent for them to get close. For nearly 2 days, those left on the Valencia clung to the rigging as the ship was slowly torn apart. Then, as rescuers watched in horror, one final, massive wave crashed over the deck, sweeping everyone who remained into the ocean. Of the 173 passengers and crew on board, only 37 men survived. Every single woman and child was lost. The story of the Valencia didn't end when the ship went down. Legends began almost immediately. For years, sailors have reported seeing a phantom steamer near the crash site, with ghostly figures clinging to its rigging. The most enduring legend, however, is that of lifeboat number 5. In 1933, 27 years after the disaster, this lifeboat was found floating in Barkley Sound. It was in remarkably good condition, with much of its original paint still intact. How it survived for nearly 3 decades in the Graveyard of the Pacific remains a complete mystery. The boat's nameplate is now on display in the Maritime Museum of British Columbia. This disaster was a wake-up call that forever changed maritime safety in the region, leading to the construction of the Pachena Point Lighthouse and a coastal rescue trail.